Thanks for staying with us. So on YourView, once in a while, we look for stories online and stories that spur conversations, because the objective of the show is to discuss issues and get different perspective. So an interesting post that we saw online caught our attention. A gentleman called Linus Williams, popularly known as Blood. He's a Nigerian cryptocurrency entrepreneur, digital businessman, and founder of Blood Group. According to the post on social media, he was subjected to serious criticism, and after a video of him visiting his in-laws in their modest home went viral. Many had questioned how he, who's supposed to be a billionaire, could have in-laws living in such a building. So the focus really is on whether a man should be responsible for upgrading his in-laws' living standards. Some argue that it is not his responsibility. Others say that the wealth should rub off on his in-laws. What are your own thoughts on this? Also, what if people believe that they want to stay in their own modest living? Should a husband be expected to take care of his wife's family's financial needs? What are the responsibilities of a man towards his in-laws? These are some of the questions I want to talk about on the show today. You can call us on 020-163-52013. 090-241-63440. You can also send us messages on X and on YouTube. We'll be happy to read your messages. Let me start with Amaka on this matter. What are your thoughts on this video?
I like how Nigerians, they would like to throw the word billionaire, left, right, and center. Everybody billionaire. Everybody's a billionaire. You're a billionaire. So you know that social media is, on social media platform, it's the more you look, the less you see. And for different businesses or sectors, people have to appear a certain way in order to convince people to align to their business. They say you're into real estate, patronize them, you're into real estate, or you're into a business where you need people to come and invest and stuff. You have to portray a certain...
Look the part.
Yeah, look the part, certain lifestyle. That's why they'll say Lagos now is more, the more you look, the less you see. The kind of car you arrive to for your meetings with and everything, right? But the packaging. So that's on one side. Because he did not show us his account statement for us to know whether really he's a billionaire. We are inferring that he's a billionaire based on what we see in terms of social media and everything. One. Then secondly, if actually he's a billionaire and his in-laws are living in that way, I do not blame him, because it's different that he went to visit his own parents and they are living in that. The person I blame is the wife, that is the air conditioner is blowing in her house where she's coming. She knows her upbringing. She knows how mosquito used to bite her in that house. And then she now went to where AC is now blowing her. And then she now remember that AC needs to also blow her parents. It's on her. It's not on the man. The only way we can criticize the man is if we now go to where his parents live. And we now find out that his parents are living like that while he's driving a Maserati or a Rolls Royce. Then that's where I can have an issue. It's not his problem. Okay. It's the wife's duty to that time, baby, so my parents need this or this, so, or if they're giving her money for food and she's bringing her 1 naira every day for money or food, by 1 year she will have saved money to at least paint the place.
I've gotten your point. So I like Chika. Let you hear your thoughts on this.
So while I don't want to make the story about B-Lord because it transcends
we're definitely going to
about,
move it. Let's just focus on that story and then we'll come to.
So I think the reason why people are punching and it's a problem for many people is because there seems to be a disparity. I follow B-Lord on Instagram. Every now and then I try to catch up with what he's doing. He puts up this semblance of wealth. You can't miss it. He shows off his mansion. It's really a mansion. He shows off his exotic cars. You can't miss it. The standard of life that he has given to his wife. He seems to be a family-oriented man. Listen. He looks like a devoted father and husband. I don't know if he has side chicks, but he portrays that I'm all in for my family. I don't play with family. He shows off his children. He's very family-centered. Okay. That's the vibe you get when you get acquainted with the young man. And so wealth is just oozing and seeping through every fiber of post on his Instagram page. And, because of what he does, cryptocurrency investment, he has put up that impression to everyone who will come in contact with him as a billionaire. He could be, I'm not sure if he is, he could very well be. And so Nigerians naturally and rationally will be like, if you are a billionaire, yes, I know these are your wife's people, not your parents, but still, you engage in philanthropy. B-Lord does a lot of philanthropy. A few months ago, he just because he does it from time to time. The people around his community, he does billions of giveaways, millions of naira, empowerment, all of that. So if you go that far, how can you not then go that far for your wife's family?
Okay.
So I understand that. But you see, still, there are many other issues.
Yeah. Okay, we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
I want us to just talk about it and then we'll pack it and then focus on the issue. Yes, Nima, your thoughts?
I completely agree with Amaka. It's not any in-laws business. It's your daughter's business to improve your status, life, and everything. That's the way I see it. You owe your parents, if they've given you education, they've given you life, they've empowered you. You owe them your life, not to go and become somebody's handbag in his house. You say, I don't understand women say, I don't want to work. Because in life, you can only be responsible for that. You can only hold yourself accountable for that. Imagine you saying, my husband said I should not work, and then you did not work. And then your parents are sick, they can't afford medical care, and you say, my husband didn't pay the bills. You know, they slap yourself for mirror. According to Amaka, call yourself to meeting. Talk some sense into yourself, because you owe your parents, your husband owes his parents. Yeah, that's the way it is.
Okay.
So he cannot now tell you not to work, but then, let's leave it. This video that we saw, they sit outside in their house, shopping and enjoying their house, and Nigerians are already judging the size and magnitude of the house. Are we people being serious? Nobody went inside to show us where the chandelier
I think
is.
it's the exterior conditions, not the size.
Okay,
Which condition?
let me bring
They
that
use broken
conversation.
ties. Maybe that's how they want to live. Can we stop telling people how the standard of their standard of living materially must be?
Exactly.
What if they are comfortable in that
That's the
house?
conversation I want to also have. Because there's something we talk about that I was hoping that Nima will come from that angle, where there's the issue of dignity. Dignity in who you are, regardless of the material ability. Because the truth is that there are some families that love that you're living in a mansion. They love you have a beautiful car. They love that you're traveling the world. But they love their comfort. This is their farm that they're seeing. This is their red sand. They are okay. As long as when I want to go to the hospital, you send me your pocket money, I can pay my bills. I don't need a car because I am working, all my friends are in my neighborhood, my church is right there, I don't need a car. You know, they are content. How can we? Why is it difficult for Nigerians not to appreciate a modest living in our own mind until that AC blows on you? You are not living well. Because AC must blow on you, it must be the mark of success.
We don't consider peace of mind something to be grateful for, or sound health. Some people, what they are asking God, we know all of us we are praying for God, but some people are just asking God, can I just have a roof over my head? Good health so I don't have to visit the hospitals, peace of mind so I don't have to show up. If you have AC, you go pay band-aid. You worry about those things. Yeah. You run diesel because NEPA might take
you pay petrol.
Yeah. Whereas some people would rather build their house with big windows, so they just open the windows, and air comes in every day. And they don't have to worry about whether there's a gen. But the problem with us is we want to define it. And you see, for some people, I rather that small space with dignity than a big space where I have to now worship my in-law. If he was abusive of their daughter and he's fully responsible for the material standard that they have now maintained, which mouth you won't tell them? You will see some women say, you know that we are now doing better, go back and endure to an abusive situation for their daughters. So why not leave them within what they can afford, what they have been able to provide for themselves, have respect for themselves, and so that they can match him when they need to correct him about how their daughter is.
Okay, let me go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll take this a bit further. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.